Hello and welcome back to Learning Japanese with Anime. Today I'll be using a scene from the end of episode 12 of Chainsaw Man, so spoilers kind of if you haven't got there yet. I'll do one sentence, break it down, and then show the next sentence, so here's the first then.
今回のテロ事件は沢渡茜という元民間のデビルハンターが発端でした。
So first is konkai, which means this time or now. The two kanji are kon, meaning now. It's a very common kanji, also used in words like today, this morning, tonight, and so on. And the next kanji is kai, meaning times, round, or revolve. The no particle here is a possessive marker like an apostrophe s in English. It changes the previous noun this time to this times. And the next word here is tero jiken. Tero means terror or terrorism, and jiken means incident or event. So this means terrorist incident or terrorist attacks. Next is a name, Sawatari Akane, and then Toyu, which is a grammar structure that means called or named. It will make more sense after the sentence is fully translated because it's backwards compared to English. But if the sentence structure was the same as English, it would be blah blah blah, Toyu Sawatari Akane. And next then is Moto Minkan. Moto has a lot of meanings like origin or beginning, but here it means former or ex, and is usually used as a prefix on words like in English. And Minkan means private or non-government. Now this no is not a possessive no like the one before, but this one gives an attribute to the debiru hunter, that it or she is a former private one. And finally is hotan, meaning start, origin, or beginning. And the deshta at the end is a polite past tense of des. So this sentence means, this time's terrorist attacks were started by a former private devil hunter called Sawatari Akane. Next sentence.
彼女が銃の悪魔と契約し、銃をヤクザに流しました。
First here is kanojo, which means she. And next is Ju no Akuma, which is the gun devil. Ju meaning gun and Akuma meaning devil or demon. The two kanji for Akuma are Aku meaning evil and Ma meaning devil, demon or evil spirit. This no here is not the same as the one before, but this one has a meaning that X is a subset of Y or X is a specific type of Y. You can think of the no here as meaning of, the devil of guns. Next, this to is a particle which means with, and keiyaku means contract or agreement. This shi is a grammar structure which means and or and what's more. Again, ju means gun, yakuza is the yakuza or mafia, and nagashimashita is the past tense of nagashimasu, which has many meanings but here means to distribute or circulate. So this sentence means she made a deal with the gun devil and distributed guns to the yakuza. Next sentence.
その対価として沢渡はチェーンソーの悪魔の心臓を要求していたそうです。
First is sono taika toshite, which means as compensation for that. Sono means that and is talking about the guns that were distributed to the yakuza. Taika means compensation, and toshite is a grammar structure which means as. Next is the name, Sawatari again, and then Chainsaw no Akuma no Shinzo. Chainsaw no Akuma is Chainsaw Devil, and Shinzo means heart. The first no is the one like I described before, that the X is a subset of Y, while the second no here is the possessive no. Next is Yorkyu, which means to demand, and is in the continuous form teiru, which is like adding ing in English. But it's also in the past tense teita, which shows the action was happening over a duration of time in the past. So instead of just demanded, it means was demanding. The verb ends in the casual form because of the next grammar structure, saw this, which means I heard that or it said that. Although never said in this sentence, it's implied that the gun devil was demanding the heart. So this sentence means, as compensation for that, I heard Sawatari was demanded to get the Chainsaw Devil's heart. It doesn't translate very well directly, so I like the translation in the subs. In exchange, Sawatari was told to recover the Chainsaw Devil's heart. Next sentence.
それで、なぜ沢渡はチェンソーの悪魔の心臓を欲しがった？
First is sorede, which is a conjunction meaning and or because of that, and then naze means how or why, not to be confused with nazenara. Next is the same as our last sentence, Sawatari wa chainsaw no akuma no shinzo, which has the same meaning, a name, Sawatari, and then chainsaw devil's heart. And finally, hoshigatta is a casual past tense of hoshigaru, meaning to want or to desire. Hoshigaru is used when talking about a third person's desires or wants. It's a confusing concept for English, as we can say someone wants this, but in Japanese you can't presume to know the things of a third person. So instead of just saying hoshi, hoshigaru is used. So this sentence means, so why did Sawatari want the Chainsaw Devil's heart? Next sentence.
それが聞き出す前に。
自殺。
First is sorega, which is used as a response to a question and means, well, actually, or about that. It's usually used to respond hesitantly to a question. Next is kikidasu, which means to get information out of someone, and mae ni is a grammar structure meaning before. And finally, jisatsu, which means to game end yourself. The two kanji here are self and kill. So this sentence means, well, actually, before we could question her, game ended themselves? Next sentence.
銃の悪魔との契約で自動的に自殺したのかもしれません。
So final sentence, first is Ju no Akuma again, meaning gun devil. This tono is just a combination of the particles to and no, and again keiyaku means contract or agreement. Next, jiro or teki, which means automatically. Jiro means automatic, and the teki forms adjectives from nouns, so it changes it to automatically. Next, again, is game end in the casual past tense. And finally, kamoshiremasen, which means maybe or possibly. So this sentence means she possibly game ended automatically in her deal with the Gun Devil. I hope this was helpful, and like and subscribe for more.